And welcome to another edition of the Sports Editions from Upper Level Productions. I'm your boy Fabito, and I'm here with my boy Matt and Osiris. So, we're in the NBA season. We got to get straight to it. It's the playoffs. Now's the time as we're recording this episode. The play-ins is going to be in full swing. So, by the time it gets released. So, we're just going to get right to it. We're going to get straight to it. So pretty much bear with us with our predictions. We each kind of got a different perspective on who's the 7th and 8th seed. Should make it even more fun by the time we come back in next week's episode. So starting in the East, we have the number 1 seed. Cleveland Cavaliers are expected to face off. Cyrus, we're going to start with you. You have the Bulls coming in at the 8th seed. Who do you have in that matchup?
Between the Bulls and the they played the Cavs first round.
Yes, that's the first.
Oh, come on, man! I mean, as much as I said the Bulls, as much as that's what I'm saying. No, I'm following the line. As much as I picked the Bulls, I said last week. Remember, I said they were playing good, but then it's the number 1 seed that they're playing against. I mean, not just any number 1 seed, the best. Well, I could say I'm going to say even though the number 1 seed, they're the second best team in the Eastern Conference. So. As much as I see the Bulls come up, I think it's going to be a Cleveland sweep. That's my prediction.
Matt, you got a little bit different. You got the Hawks. Who do you have in that matchup, though?
I mean, still Cleveland. I would like maybe Trae Young takes maybe 1 game, but I'm also going to have to predict the 4-game sweep because Cleveland's been playing well all year. So,
all right. Tell us what you guys think about this first round matchup. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Moving on to the Boston series. The Celtics will go up against the 7th seed. Matt, you have the Heat being the 7th seed.
Boy, do I wish Jimmy Butler was on the Heat right now. Because then my prediction would be the Heat. Even though they were the 7th seed, if Jimmy Butler was on the Heat, I'd still pick the Heat to go up against Boston. But since it's not a Jimmy Butlerless Heat, it's a Jimmy Butlerless Heat, I'm going to have to pick Celtics in like 5.
If I got
you got the Magic in there.
I got the Magic in there. I got Boston sweeping. I mean, that's 1, 2. Now I want to just go over what he said. If it was the Heat, without Jimmy Butler, I think it's still a Boston sweep. With Jimmy Butler, I think Jimmy Butler probably get you 1 game, but I still got Boston winning that series like 4-1. This team is just too good.
Now, if you guys were to switch your 7 and 8, just in just in case weird things happen in playoffs or world. I'm off on my seeding.
So in other words,
do you guys think Cleveland and Boston would still prevail in the first round?
Yeah, hell yeah. I think it's just a warm up for
them. I mean, I feel like it's Cleveland.
So Cleveland, Boston, definitely second round. No matter who's in the play-in, comes out of the play-in.
They're coming out.
I think.
Yep. That'd be the upset. Honestly.
All right.
That would be the upset. And if the 2 teams in the East, that'd be the upset.
Again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you guys thinking. Now on to the matchups we do know about. The Knicks go up against the Detroit Pistons. Cyrus, who do you got?
I got the Knicks in 7. And the reason why I got the
7.
Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing with Detroit. The reason why I got the Knicks winning, I mean, I hope they win, is because of Detroit's inexperience. Even though they're playing very grimy, very very physical. But I just think that the lack of an experience is, especially, I think this is going to come down to winning at home. So I think each game is going to go down like that. Game 7 is going to be massive. They're going young kids and experience. I got the Knicks in 7.
Matt?
I agree. I do also have the Knicks in 7 just because of the same reasons, right? The Knicks got the experience, and the Knicks also play just as gritty as the Pistons sometimes. When they want to, they can get in there and muck it up. And I think it will go. I hope it goes 7, and it will be glorious.
Oh, I don't hope.
Yeah, I'm.
You guys what about
6? I got them in 6.
I want the Knicks in 7. We need the parlays.
Honestly, I need them to win in 6 or less because if not, going in the second round is going to be.
You're getting balanced.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you have a personal investment, you want to come out. You want to sweep the Detroit Pistons because you want to have less games possible.
You're not going to.
I know. I agree.
But they're going to pull at least 1.
But my point I'm trying to say is that you don't want to go physical 7 games, and then now you got to go to round 2.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like, you want to have less games.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, without the Dame, goes up against the Indiana Pacers. Y'all thinking it's a 7-game series? Because I know where y'all leaning towards.
I got the Bucks in 6.
Ooh, hot take.
Really? You actually got the Pacers over
I
the
got
Bucks?
Pacers. In
You got the Pacers over the Bucks?
Without Dame? Yeah.
Because without Dame?
Without
Yeah,
Dame,
he's
yeah.
out.
Without Dame,
Oh, he's
yeah.
out for sure and definitely out?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I know
without
with that
Dame.
blood clot.
Yeah,
I thought he's out. So
Yeah.
playoff.
I mean, I want to say because, you know, Giannis, you know, I hope that Giannis can go otherworldly, but it's like the Pacers are not a team. You know what I'm saying? They're not the best, but they're also not a team you can just like sleep on. Like, you know, like
I don't think that the likes of Body Beat Portis and
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The support without Dame, the support there is like
how they end this season, even though they haven't had Dame.
he had Dame on and off.
They were
course,
off,
yeah. That was the issue with the season for the most part.
They were
Like Dame
up
was
and
on
down
and
all
off.
season.
Yeah, they were up and down all season. They were not consistent at all.
I know, but I'm saying, but Dame wasn't out the
When
entire
Dame was
season.
out, it was
I'm
the
just
same
saying.
thing,
I'm just saying how they've been
It
while
was still
this
pretty much
situation
the
with
same.
Dame is
Like,
out.
They were still up and down. They
Yeah.
would win 2, lose 1.
Yeah, so it's like you can't really tell because when they would come back and they would still lose 2 games. So it would be like
I'm gonna give the Bucks a 7.
yeah, okay.
Hey,
I mean, that's not a bad prediction. If you think because you're thinking the champion's Giannis. You're thinking Giannis. You want to give Giannis a shot.
Yeah. As long as healthy wise, Giannis healthy, I'm gonna give Giannis
a chance. I agree. But I still got the Pacers. Yeah, that's because without the Dame. Yeah.
But let us know what you guys think. Write down in the comments. It's playoff times. It's fun times.
That's good.
I saved the best for the last because the West is just it's complicated. But we finally got seeding done.
Okay.
Yay! Number 1 OKC will go up against the 8th seed. Cyrus, you have Dallas making it through. Matt,
this is so funny again. Yeah.
go. I want to hear Dallas.
Why?
Well, I think you got Dallas going to be in Dallas.
I mean, the reason why I got Dallas over Sacramento is because they got Anthony Davis. So that's why I was surprised you had picked the Kings over Dallas. I was like, I'm gonna give Anthony Davis a chance over this one. But and they played OKC, but unfortunately OKC is just too damn good this year. I think it's as good as Boston. So I think this is gonna be there's no Kyrie, no Klay Thompson, right? No. I think this is going to be a warm up but I think Anthony Davis is going to give him some help. But how about everybody else? So I'll probably give Dallas 1 game. So I say OKC 4-1.
Okay.
You got the Kings.
I got the Kings coming out because I know Anthony Davis' history against DeMontis Sabonis, and it's also Zach Levine, and also DeMar DeRozan. So it's like. The Kings, while they're not the Mavs, they do got a lot of firepower. And I just know that DeMontis Sabonis, AD, they have had those battles and DeMontis has always come out on top. I just have the Kings winning just for that big reason. Like 1 game there's AD over there, not really much coming out the Mavericks. Like we can take this game. I think I have the Kings versus, and then going up against OKC. I mean, sweet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, not lying. One game. I give the Kings 1 game.
All right, Houston Rockets going up against the 7th seed. Matt, you got Memphis coming out of this one, being Golden State. Who you got in that series?
So I'll go with the reason I'm only picking Memphis because of Golden State's playing record. That's it. If Golden State, you know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I'm picking Memphis. But
even with playoff Jimmy,
I feel like playoff Jimmy also was a little bit injured when he came off the playoff game, so he does have a late contusion. So hopefully that's not too much to bring him down. And Steph's hand is still, even though he's able to score 38 points, but and if Memphis does come out the series, I actually have Memphis Rockets. I actually have Memphis winning that.
For the play-in, I got the Golden State Warriors blowing out the Memphis Grizzlies because I said last week the only reason why the Warriors won a 4-7 was because of the record, not because they were playing bad. Even though they lost last night's game against the forgot which Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers. But the Clippers have been rolling now, so give credit to the Clippers on top of that, which I know we're going to go over. But I got the Warriors killing Memphis Grizzlies because they're not the true 7th seed. I think that their wins with Jimmy Butler has make them the 6th seed team above bracket, even though they're the 7th seed team. So, and then them going up against Houston Rockets because of the Houston Rockets ranked 22nd in offense because even though they're great in defense, but they don't have that firepower, especially against Golden State. If you're playing against Jimmy Butler and Curry and Draymond is balling and everybody else is balling. So I got Golden State winning against the Rockets. Do I see the Rockets winning 2 games? Yeah, so I got Golden State 42.
See, here's the interesting thing. With Houston, I kind of want to say don't sleep on them.
No, we're not.
No,
I'm not.
Because with
I'm
Ume Adoka, he's got
We're not
some
sleeping on
playing.
them, but
they're
I
not
think Hype Man. I think Hype Man hit the point right on the head.
firepower
Is
enough.
when you watch them play, even those games against the Lakers, it's like while they had the Lakers defensively, there was nobody. It was like who was going to score, who was going to have to score the ball. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, that's I agree. That's where I saw that.
That's when they rank 22 in offense.
I had also seen that when watching the Rockets with Hype Man. I'd also seen like, damn, there's really nobody here. I feel like that's what the Rockets are missing, just that one piece, that person. Like, give me the ball, I'll score it. Like that, they don't have that.
I mean, I know they got Van Fleet, a champion, but he's not scoring 30, 40 points a game like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why. So, and against the Golden State Warriors with Jimmy Buckets and Curry on the same team, give me Golden State anytime.
Well, let us know what you guys think on this one. Right down in the comment section. Moving on to the matches we do know. The Lakers will go up against Minnesota Timberwolves. Matt.
Don't even ask me. Come on, Lakers are 5. Don't even. But being honest basketball, Lakers are 6.
Lakers are 6.
I think because Lakers. I mean, watching Lakers. I know they have the ability to kind of take centers out the game, and I'm looking at watching Rudy Gobert. Like Lakers have the ability to like, oh, you're playing your center, okay, we're gonna make him run up and down the court. So you force him out the game and force you to play small. The Lakers force teams to do that kind of sort of. Also, Minnesota also never saw this team with Luka Doncic, so I'm also like curious about that matchup. Luka did take them and destroy them going up against last year against the Western Conference Finals. So I'm gonna take Lakers in 6. Yeah.
Lakers in 6, but because as far as Minnesota, I mean, who's going to step up with Ant-Man? So that's going to be the situation. Can Ant-Man get you 2 games? That's the reason why I'm picking Lakers in 6.
I'm honestly going to say it's going to go to distance. I'm going to say Lakers in 7. But,
okay.
And I'm giving Lakers in 7 because they're going to get the home.
Personally, I want Ant-Man to get a championship. Period. So if to be personal, I hope he wins on a personal level just to beat everybody and win the championship.
I think he has enough talent to get you 3 games.
You think so? I agree. I don't. If
he's gonna be tired by the 4th, but I think he'll get you 3.
That's what I'm saying. Who steps up with him? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a Nas Reed game.
No.
Maybe.
All right. So on to the next one: the Denver Nuggets versus the LA Clippers.
4th seed Nuggets versus the 5th seed Clippers. Yo, the Clippers surprised the crap out of me only because of health reasons. Okay, I'm sorry. This is.
No, you get to go.
I mean.
I'm also stuck with this one. I want. I'll have my go.
You know what? You know what makes this one hard? Because then you got one of the best player, maybe the best player in the world, playing with Murray back in the lineup, and they won. They've been winning since what's the name left? They qualified.
Maybe they found that far.
But then the Clippers have been playing hot. Kawhi Leonard's been healthy, so this is going to be hard. But I might pick
the Nuggitos. Oh, he's going Clippitos.
It's like I might go with the Clippers for 7 games on this one.
I think it's gonna go 7, but Matt,
Clippers.
where you going?
Yeah, she got the Clippers. Yeah, he's been biased against the Nuggets, even though they're sitting 4th seed. Remember,
I'm not biased. I've been watching the Nuggets play basketball. The Nuggets are a good 4th quarter defense team. That's what happened in those games. In the 4th quarter, they played amazing defense, was able to get them out, but they have been defensively inconsistent all season. That's not me pulling out my ass. That's a fact.
Right.
But on the offensive side,
of course,
they got the best.
Of course, in the sure. But what defense wins championship?
I agree. On a championship, but we were for the season.
Believe it or not, I got Denver.
Told you.
I got Denver
in 7. Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
I honestly, I do think Denver,
even though I'm picking the Clippers
Denver from the beginning of the season, so that's no secret.
I'm still picking the Clippers.
I'm picking the Clippers too.
I would have picked anybody against the Clippers. If it was Minnesota, I was picking Minnesota. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to pick anybody against Minnesota. I do feel like that defensive thing y'all going to see in the play. Y'all going to see that. Oh crap, they really don't play defense like that. If that offense ain't clicking, it's a struggle. I really want them to get smoke in the playoffs.
I mean, but they hovered in the top.
No, they hovered. They should have been in that 3rd.
Well, let us know what you guys think right down in the comment section. All right, on to the next thing. Little troubling little question. Well, not so much, but it gives a little bit of thought. Who's going to be the key player in this year's first round? Playing included.
Right? I got.
Because if you think about it, if you're going to be hot in the playing,
personally, I just said it before. I got Ant-Man. I got Ant-Man to be the one that be that baby Jordan. I hope he comes back from what he did last year. That's the reason why, personally, if you ask me one player I want to see bust out in this entire playoff, especially in the first round, is Ant-Man.
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson. I feel like hometown hero. The Knicks need that. We need that.
Question is he 100% with that ankle?
Oh, right.
And
That's right. Okay, hold on.
And would
You're
allow
right.
him because I get you, but would that ankle allow him to be explosive like he used to be in the playoffs? So that's what I'm hoping on. But his health is he just got back from that severe ankle injury.
Well then, if you got thing, I'm gonna go with the Luka because at this point. Because it was like, I mean, obvious. You know what I'm saying? It was the obvious.
But that's what I'm saying. But
in my head, because he got high key, we're gonna probably have to depend heavily on.
That's why I picked Ant-Man. Personally, I want Ant-Man because I got him on looking at him as Baby Jordan. I think that he's the best player right now as far as not best basketball player. I'm not saying he's better than shooting wise as ever like Curry, no. But as far as like having the eyeball and saying, you know, who could be possibly the future face of the league, it's Ant-Man I'm looking at this season for that. So. That's the reason why I hope Ant-Man busts out. I mean, who you got?
Well, believe it or not, and I'm surprised none of you guys even thought about this, but in assistance to what you were saying with Ant-Man, Julius Randle is a key player. Because if Julius Randle doesn't do his thing or do even come close to his thing, Minnesota doesn't have a chance.
Well, I agree with you if you're answering the question from the Minnesota question, because that's why I was going to go. See, when you asked the question before, I thought it was going to go on an individual teams because
who's the key player for each individual team?
Because that was right there for Julius Randle for Minnesota. That's why I said who's going to be that second man to play against the Lakers. But if you're saying as far as like who you have on a interest,
then I'm switching mine. Then I'm switching my Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Okay, so then
I mean for the playoffs. For the playoffs, not for the team. I mean for the playoffs. I expect Luka and Braun to do whatever. I expect them to do whatever. If Reeves don't come through, this whole thing is over.
But that's for the Lakers. Though.
I'm talking about for the playoffs. I'm talking for the first round. Austin Reeves needs to do whatever he was doing in the thing season. He needs to also do that in the playoffs for them to be close. Yes.
Because if you think about it, like the key.
Because I expect Luka to do exactly what he did last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting Luka.
That's different.
I'm expecting Luka. I'm expecting Braun to do what he does, but I'm expecting that key player.
But Ant-Man is not. Yeah, but Ant-Man is not Reeves or none of these.
No, but that's for you. That's for you. That's Ant-Man to be yours.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, I only picked the Minnesota series to go to 7 because of the Ant-Man. Can get you.
Oh, so you're asking from the series? I thought you was asking for all around.
All in playoffs. If I want to see Minnesota team do something or make a dent,
you have to Julius Randle.
I agree. No, I agree. That's why I said it's got to be the second man.
He's the key player of all the playoffs. That
from Minnesota.
If Minnesota is to advance or do anything,
okay.
For their team,
I honestly think
which player for their team can unlock their team?
Yeah, that's why I say you should have asked like. That's why I got confused with the question because I think you should have been.
But I feel like you was right.
Who's the second or third piece in point to their team? I'm just saying Ant-Man because you said playoffs in general.
You're not wrong.
So I said Ant-Man because
you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Personally, it's not about who's him being the second man. It's about I looked at it as who's going to be that NBA superstar who's going to show out.
Oh, at the end of the day, that's still.
But Julius Randle,
right.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That's not wrong.
But Julius Randle also is not the man.
Different. Yeah,
But you're talking about a key player for the entire playoffs. No, I'm talking about for the playoffs. If Austin Reeves has a good playoff game, the Lakers are winning. If they have he has a great playoff
for the Lakers.
He's their keys.
Yeah.
For the playoffs. The playoffs. That's my key player for the playoffs.
With Julius Randle, if Julius Randle lights up like if he's been playing with the Knicks in the playoffs,
they're going far. That's their key player.
I can see them going to the second round.
For Minnesota playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, and your answer for the Lakers playoffs.
The playoffs.
In general.
It could be any player. It's a player.
I can say you could say Steph Curry if they make it to the
that was my second answer. That was my second answer was Steph.
I mean, my answer was going to be Steph.
We know Steph Curry. No, Jimmy Butler is important.
Oh no, that's right. Actually, no, Jimmy Butler.
That's why I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the question. You guys answer it from a team perspective.
But it's a player. It's a player. It can be player.
Julius Randle is not somebody you're gonna be like the whole NBA, the whole fans are gonna be like Julius Randle's gotta be that dude.
Cyrus, but that's the great part. That's your opinion, though. I'm
Yeah.
saying something different.
All right, so if
We're
I,
both saying the same thing.
Your
but
player
I'm
can be a star
different
player.
So I'm
Your
gonna
player
change-
can be a star player.
so I'm gonna withdraw my. Okay, never mind.
Your player can be a star player. Your key player can be a star player.
No, it's
my
not.
key player. I'm going
My key player is not a star player. My
No,
key
no.
player for the playoffs is
not-
Chris
But at
James.
the end of the day, we're talking
I
the
don't-
same
it's not,
thing.
it's not the answer. It's the phrasing of the question. But okay, never mind.
All right.
Let us know in the comments what you guys know what he's talking about, honestly, because I thought we were all talking the same thing. But moving on to quick hits. Aaron Judge was named captain of the team's USA baseball team in the World Baseball Classics next year. What's your guys' thoughts?
That was obvious.
How much does my
who
bobblehead
else?
cost now?
Who else would it be?
Trout, who was last time, and they led him to the finals.
How much is my
That
bobblehead?
was when they
cost?
lost to Shohei, right? When he got struck out to Shohei.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Is this-
So you think that was justified to take his
Yeah, like
his
Who's
captaincy?
who's Trout for the last 4 years?
Mm.
The last 4 years has been Aaron Judge being one of the faces. Not
Yeah,
Trout.
yeah. That's why I didn't see it. Like
Not Trout. So it was like when they named Aaron Judge, I was like, all right, who else should it be? If it was somebody else, I think it would have been disrespectful.
All right. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Now, you guys think any surprises are going to happen in this year's draft? Any surprises?
I'm just surprised that the two quarterbacks are going being picked later. I'm just surprised. From what I'm hearing. Not that it's true, because you may never know. These guys could be like first draft pick, and then be Shador, Cam. Well, could be that. But from what we're hearing, is these guys are going to pick later. So I'm just like,
my only.
you know what today Shannon Sharp said something that I thought was interesting. He said it's better to go where you're going to win instead of going where like you're going to fail. So if maybe them going later is good for them.
I mean, look at Caleb Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. You mean Williams?
I'm Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just him, but what's the name from the Jets?
Sauce Gardner?
No, quarterback. Zach Wilson. Then you look at all the, continuing on. Besides, I kind of look at it like that. Like if they could go to a situation where they could win now, like go be comfortable to play instead of just running for the effing lives all the time. So when he said that earlier, I was like kind of changing my perspective on it. It's like it's better to go where you're going to succeed and just go where it's like because you're only going there because it's a shitty team and they drafted you first.
I want to say my only prediction is that the Giants do absolutely nothing. That's my prediction. I don't know why I feel that. I just feel the Giants do absolutely nothing and disappoint me to say it again. That's my prediction.
What would you want the Giants to do?
Something.
Like what? Just go.
If you really
had a choice.
If I really had a choice, they already messed it up because now we have technically 3 quarterbacks, right? So we already messed it up. At this point now it's like, okay, if we already got James Winston, I would like them to draft Shador because I was like, all right, at this point something has to be for the future. Because if James Wilson and Russell Wilson's for the future, that's just a lie. You can't feed me that. So draft Shador, please.
From an outside person looking in, I think the Giants, if he happens to fall under Travis Hunter, I think with the fact
fine. But it's like you can't. But as a fan, it's like you don't even know what direction we're going. You don't know if they plan on doing this or you're just like in limbo, and I just hate that because it's like,
where do you think the Jets should go?
Well, we already got Justin Fields.
That's
crazy.
I'm
saying, but in the draft,
this is me complaining.
We're number 7.
I'm complaining as a Giants fan and as a Jets fan.
As long as we get a lineman.
Offense or defense?
Defense. Excuse me. Offense. Excuse me. We need our offenses was a problem. The only reason why defense was a problem is because our offense was a problem. So I just think that we have a better offense. Our defense can go right back to being top 5.
Okay.
It's that time of the show where
it's trivia time. Well, I give the toughest questions, and these guys got to think hard about it. I didn't come up with a theme song this time because they made fun of me last time. They hurt my feelings last time.
I actually don't want you to come up. I want you every week. I want you every week to think of a new one. That's the running joke. Every week. Have a new. We just never like it.
I was gonna say, I'll just put a banner down.
Every single week. I want you to say that too. All right, we'll do another one next week. I want every single week.
Just make me a plain banner.
Just know that we're not gonna like it. The minute you do it, like whatever you do.
We'll talk to the editing department and find out.
I'm trying to do the voice from Post Malone from Ninja Turtles. Don't love me. I want to do it like that. Damn, I got to work on it. All right, guys. This is where we ask the toughest questions, and these guys got to think about it. So, ready for question number 1. Who holds the NBA record for most consecutive seasons, averaging at least 20 points and 10 rebounds?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Locked in?
Locked in.
Tim Duncan.
You got Tim Duncan?
Oh, damn.
Either answer is incorrect. Would you guys like another shot at it? Who holds the NBA record for the most consecutive seasons, averaging at least 20 points and 10 rebounds?
Nikola Jokic?
Cat.
Nah, Jokic.
Jokic hasn't been in the season for 10 years.
Cat.
Cat hasn't been in the season for 10 years.
Yeah.
He has?
Yeah.
He maybe like on his 8th season. Like he's only like 5 with Minnesota and like, oh yeah, I could be wrong, but no, that's not it.
No, that's right. Sorry, it doesn't matter.
He wasn't already the first option in Minnesota. He was until Ant-Man got there, and in the last 3-4 seasons, Ant-Man's
that beastie to average 20 and 10.
yeah, and you said the word, and that's the key word right there too. Beast, who beast for
Shaq.
Locked in. Thurman.
Yeah, go Shaq.
Shaq is the answer for 13.
Why the hell did I not say Shaq?
13 consecutive.
I was like, who the hell could be so beastie? It was like, yeah, that's
13 by Shaquille O'Neal.
Of course.
Wow. What is the record for the largest margin of victory in an NBA Finals game? And there's not too many of those, but one of them was the biggest beatdown in NBA history. In one final game. So you got to pick it. It doesn't matter if it's game 1, 5. In one of those games was the largest margin. And what game was that?
Was it in the Lakers?
In Boston? Talk about that night where Kobe got beat out by like 30 points? Talk about that night?
No, because I think that there was more.
If you know,
I think it's the opposite. Lakers did it to no.
What we talk about when Kobe beat Boston? Now Robert Horry here get that game-winning shots.
No,
That
was close.
That was close. That's what I'm saying. The score was low, but the game was close.
Yo, I don't know. I'm drawing a beat.
No, I don't think
any.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah, so okay.
You're not gonna know the answer.
Good.
unless you know
That means it's definitely not anything there.
But it's good to have.
Wait.
But it's good to have knowledge about stuff like this because you should know the answer more than this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking, did the Bulls really do that?
I'm gonna give it to you guys. All right, it was 42 points by the Chicago Bulls, 1998.
Yeah, that was a devastating team, though. That team was.
So they beat a game by 42. I know. As far as in a playoff, wasn't it the Brooklyn Nets by Kevin Durant and Kyrie when they were beating the Bucks by 50?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think. I'm gonna double check that, but I think that that was that
somewhere
year.
close to that.
That year when Milwaukee won, it was one of the games where
Boston,
they were up by 50.
Brooklyn beat them.
All right, so you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I played for these teams: the Hornets,
Mhm.
the Clippers,
Mhm.
the Rockets,
Mhm.
the Thunder,
Mhm.
the Suns,
Mhm.
the Warriors, and the Spurs. Who am I? You say you already know the answer for this one, so Thurman. One more time. You need the teams again? Because I know sometimes I'm saying it twice. I'm going to say it a little bit slower. The Hornets, the Clippers, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Suns, the Warriors, and the Spurs. Who am I?
Chris Paul?
You locked in?
Yeah.
Matt?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is your answer. I figured I'd give it easy this one.
You had me.
It's easy.
You know you had me? Hornets Clippers. That's
Yeah.
the minute you had me. Hornets Clippers.
You know it's funny because
And then when I heard Spurs, I was like, no, I heard Thunder Spurs. I was like, oh yeah, there you go. That's
what I was
Chris
going to
Paul.
go with that was like, this was too easy. Oh, it wasn't Shaq because I already had Shaq on one of my answers. I got who I was going to go with outside of Chris Paul, and I was like, nah, it's too obvious.
Cool.
But I think that I said this was kind of obvious because, like you said,
The Clippers,
The
yeah, the
Hornets and the
Clippers.
Clippers.
The Hornets and
once
Clippers.
I said that, if anything, I should have just threw it like third or fourth team, then I probably would have mixed it around.
Yeah.
But this is just by order.
Yeah.
He went for Chris Paul. And then as far as history, happened yesterday, but I'm making for the week. Kobe Bryant scored his 60 points on his final game.
R.I.P.
So
Kobe.
that'll be our history for
R.I.P. Kobe.
our R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
RIP.
Mhm.
So let us know what you guys think about trivia time. Before we go, I just want to ask a quick little question. What will be the biggest surprise to you in this first round?
If the Lakers lose. I'd be shocked. I'd be like, oh damn, they lost. Shit.
I'm not even picking that because secretly, if I'm not even surprised if the Lakers lose to Minnesota first round, I wouldn't be.
Why am I not surprised?
I Because Ant-Man.
You're not surprised, and I'm not surprised. Why is that?
Because it's Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like y'all playing against a bum. Y'all playing against a legitimate superstar with a team. I'm gonna have to go say. I mean, Boston gets fucking beat out, even though they shouldn't expect it. But if you say it unexpectedly, Boston get like they do. They had that for some reason. That first round don't show up and they get beat out.
I think what will be bigger news though is that
Knicks.
Knicks in Detroit.
I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people already have. I know a lot of people have the Knicks on the fence. Like even Knicks
I have
fans,
the Knicks on the fence.
even some Knicks fans rather the Knicks lose because it's like why are we winning just to lose in the second round? Because that's what we're gonna do in the second round anyway. But that's what I'm not a Knicks fan, but that's what Knicks fans are saying. And I think the real thing will be if Giannis gets bounced first round this year.
But without
honestly, I expect that.
But you guys say that you don't have games.
But still, I still feel like they're gonna make it much bigger news than it needs. Because what I'm saying was
I picked the Bucks. I picked the Bucks because you guys didn't pick the Bucks.
Who?
You guys didn't pick the Bucks. Yeah, you guys picked Indiana. So how could it be an upset?
He picked the Bucks. I picked Indiana.
I picked the Bucks.
You picked the Bucks too.
You picked the Bucks too?
Yeah.
I thought you picked Indiana.
No, I picked Indiana.
Yeah, I picked the Bucks.
But I said, if anything, I'm going to give Giannis.
Why would it be an upset?
Because it's Giannis.
Oh, you say if the Bucks would an upset?
Yeah, if the Bucks lose, I think I'm not saying it's upset, but I'm saying people are going to paint it much more than what it is, and they're going to paint this as
because they have no name.
Because where's Giannis going to go after that?
Exactly.
Well, that's a different story.
Exactly. But I'm not saying it will be the big. I'm saying that's why they're making.
But we're just talking as far as just. I'm just answering from a basketball question. That's something after the season.
Okay, so
we're talking just for the playoff for the first round, right? That's what he said. First round. I got Boston. Boston losing.
You're bringing up a good point because if the Bucks exit out the first round, which I'm kind of expecting to happen.
Did you tell me, Swing? What's the agenda?
Where's Giannis going?
What's the agenda?
People saying he might go to Miami.
I heard that too, but I'm like,
but again, we haven't played game.
Have the assets.
We haven't played game one of the playoffs yet. I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go too far in that conversation.
I heard you saying too.
We haven't done game one yet. Let's play game one, please.
So let us know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode comes out. So it comes up to that point in the time of the show where
like Obi-Wan on Twitter, you know where to find me.
Jaime_OV.
And Upper Level Productions, you guys already know. So, till the next time, stay up, stay level, peace. Yo, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching Up and Level. This is your boy, Fabito. If you like this show, you like the Sports Edition, like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Peace.